Hi everyone, welcome to our new English video. Today we're gonna talk about Unit 4, but today is a very special day that we need to cover everything that we have been learning so far in Unit 4. So this is the revision and practice lessons. So I will go a little bit faster because the thing have been learning already. Right, so I am Makra, teacher of English at Prelude New Generation School. So in this video, you will be able to review and practice the grammar and the vocabulary in the Unit 4. Right, so before we get directly discussing about the revisions, I want you to think back, I want you to pay some attention to our previous or last week video with me. Right, last week we talked about the creations of waterfall and the waterfalls, and you learned some important keywords as well as you got a homework as well, so I need to check with you a little bit. So the vocabs that you learn are landscape, a beautiful view, and verticals. Vertical when something drops from the top to the bottoms, and erosions or rocky roads. So as you can see in the pictures, in the previous pictures, plunk pools. Plunk pool, when the waters fall from the higher level to the bottom, it forms a plunk pool. And then next word, gorge. Gorge, a valley between the mountains. And then collapse, it means destroys. The building is collapsed, something like that. Swirling water, you know swirling water? Swirling waters mean like this. When there is a storm, it's often swirl waters. And hard rock, cap rock, it opposite with the soft rock. So that's it about the vocabulary that you have learned with me so far. And let's have a look with our homework a little bit, and I just briefly tell you some idea, and you may have this idea and keyword to talk to other people or to describe the waterfalls as well. Right, let's start. The first one is I want you to explain what is the importance of waterfall, and I give you two main ideas. The first one is purification of water, purification of water, and now let's start with me. When you talk about the purification of water, you have to think about the oxygen. So for waterfalls can bring all the oxygen into the deep waters, and then help turning the waste into the nutrients. So they bring all the nutrient to the valley, and the living things around the valleys can live, they can grow very well. And next point, it's very safe to drink or to use as a domestic purposes because of the waterfall is clean or clear enough, so you can drink without boiling, or you can also use it for cooking or washing or many purposes. Up to you, right? And last point is number 2. We talk about economic importance of waterfall. So what is the importance of waterfall to the economic? So the first one, attract tourists. So when there is a waterfall, it's often national and international tourists go and visit there. So there is it forms various jobs for the local people to earn money. It can also produce a hydroelectricity powers. So when there is a strong waterfall, we can transfer it to the electricity powers. And fishing, people around the waterfall or local people can fish and support their family. Alright, that's it for our previous work and previous lesson, and I hope you at least you can review and practice the word that you have that you learned in the last video, and the homework as well. And I saw some of you send me the homework, and yeah, very good, and please do it more and more so that you can have idea. Alright, next I want to turn your feeling or your attention to our revisions, our main lesson today. The first things I want you to do with me is place to visit. So as I remember at the beginning of the Unit 4, we studied about place to visit, and the place to visit there are various kinds of vocabulary that you have learned. Right, so let's go with me one by one. We have cave, lighthouse, tubes, ruins, reef, and coastline. Alright, let's go. Number one, prehistoric paintings in the blah 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 were cracks. So you should complete cave, right? And then number two, when people die, they are buried. You know, buried it means put into the land, right? Buried in a tube, right? Number three, the USA has an Atlantic and Pacific coastline, right? Because Atlantic and Pacific are seas, so we talk about coastline. And number four, Manila has some of the best Roman ruins. Ruin, it means a destroyed building, an ancient destroyed building, right? In Spain. Number five, pollution is killing coral reef in many seas, because you see many seas. So reef, it means the stone in the sea or in the river. And then number six, when the sailors saw the blah blah blah, they knew they are sad. So the last word is lighthouse. Right, that's it. If you have any concern with this vocabulary, refer back to your journal book or video. Right. Next exercise here. Formations of adverb. My mom always try very blah blah, slow or slowly. So as I said in the previous video, adverb modify verb. And do you find any verb in the sentence? Yes, of course. Try is a verb, so you need slowly, right? I always do my homework very careful or carefully. So do you find any verb here? Yes, of course, do. So how do you do your homework? Do very carefully, right? Carefully, modify do, sorry. And then number three, don't just the works is very slow or slowly. Is there any verb? Yes, of course. There is a verb, but it is a linking verb, so we don't need adverb to modify. So the correct answer is slow. And then number four, the Taj Mahal is very beautiful or beautifully. So that is a verb, but it is a linking verb, so we don't need adverb to modify. So the correct answer is beautiful. And number five here, the Great Pyramid was built very well or very good. So here is a verb, build, and we need adverb. Adverb is adverb well. Right, so build very well. The last one, the museum was very interesting or interestingly. Was is a linking verb, is a linking verb, to be is a linking verb, so we don't need adverb to modify. So the correct answer is interesting. That's it. And again, formations of adverb. There are 5 rules, as I remember in the previous video. I taught you there are 5 rules. The first one, you add li to the adjective, and the second one is adjective, and in y you have to change y into I and li, right? And then adjective, and in ic you have to add a, l, y, and then adjective, and in able, you have to add li. And the last rule is you have to some adjective and adverb are from the same, but some are different. For example, like good and well, right? Good is an adjective and well is an adverb. So you have to remember and to be sure with that in order to do the exercise. And then next exercise number 3. I want you to go with me with the comparative and superlative degree. And then now look at here. Choose the correct sentences. So the 6 sentences here consists an error. So you have to find the error and correct it. For example, number 1, let's go. The weather is gooder. So is there any gooder? I don't think we use gooder in English. So the gooder is, it means you want to say it's better, right? It should be used better. So the weather is better in Spanish, right? And then number 2, the 2 words blah blah blah. Interesting than. You see interesting than? The comparative form is subject plus to be plus more plus adjective and plus than, right? Alright, so here we should use more interesting than. So cross most and then you put more. And then number 3, the Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. So you see, it should be superlative because they talk about the highest level, the highest degree in the world. So again, superlative rule, superlative form is subject plus to be plus the most plus long adjective blah blah blah. Right. So the correct answer you should only add the in front of the most beautiful. And then number 4, the Pompeii is bigger than. You see, bigger. Do you still remember the rule of forming or adding er or est? So when there is a one syllable adjective, and if you want to use it in comparative or add er or est, you have to double the final consonant. For example, big, b-i-g, and then you have to add final consonant, it means double g, g, and then er. Right, the correct answer is Pompeii is bigger. You have to write b-i-g-g-e-r. Right, and then number 5, Moscow is not blah 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 beautiful as blah blah. And then you see as and as, and you see comparative between one is not good and one is better. So you have to use as, right? Is not as beautiful as the correct answer. And then last one, Prague is popular as Paris now. So let's compare the same quality, the same degree. So use as popular as Paris now. Right. That's it for comparative and superlative degree. If you get any concern with this, refer back again to your notebook or the previous video. Right. Or you can drop a comment in below this video or into our group so that we can discuss together and I give you more explanation. Right. Next exercise is about to, enough and not enough. And as I remember, there are 7 rules for you to remember, and 4 rules for to and 3 rules for enough. Alright, so let's go with me and then I give you the explanations of the why we choose this and why, and then I review with you a little bit about the rule why we choose that one and why not we choose that one. Complete the sentences with to and enough and not enough. Right, number 1, the restaurant was blah blah expensive, so we didn't go there. You see, we didn't go there, so it means it's negative already. So you have to use to. So to the negative meaning, so it means more than we expect, right? Too expensive, so we don't have money to go to that restaurant. And then number 2, we did blah 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 have enough money. I'm sorry, I gave you the answer already. So, yeah, of course. Let's go. We did not have enough money to go to the castle. Okay, number 3. Are you all blah blah to visit very big? So you see, all is an adjective. If you want to use to, no, because the rule of to is to plus adverb, to plus adjective, too many plus countable noun, too much plus uncountable noun, and enough. Adjective plus enough, adverb plus enough, and enough plus noun. So here should be enough, right? Because all is an adjective. And then number 4, there's not enough time to visit the lighthouse. I'm sorry, so I gave you the answer already. And number 5, the caves are blah blah small, we can't go in. So you see, more than we expect, so we cannot go into the cave. So we have to use to plus adjective, right? And then number 6, caves are blah blah big, we can't go in as well. So you see the 2 spaces here provided, so you have to use not enough, so that we cannot go in. Right, so at least I review and tell you, remind you all the 7 rules that we have learned. Right, last exercise with me, go. And this exercise just want to cover all the grammar in Unit 4. Let's start. There is 1 spec, there is 3 answer choice for you to choose. Alright, so give a little bit faster. I always blah 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 traveling. You see, So number one, we have love. I'm loving, or I was loving. So the correct answer should be love traveling. So A, right? I think the blah 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 place in the world in China. So you see, in the world in China. So we say the highest degree. So you have to use the superlative. So which one is superlative? Number two, you have to choose letter C, the most interesting, right? And then number three, it's blah blah than coastline in Spain. So you see the comparisons, right? Long, more longer, most longer. No, you don't use like that. You use longer. So letter B. The Forbidden Cities in Beijing is not as old as the Ahapra, but with nearly 10,000 rooms. It bigger. Macau's cave. You see, number four. It should be letter C. So because cave, plural cave, right, are not famous as the cave in Lagos. But the cave paintings are number 5. You see, beautiful, more beautiful, and the most beautiful. So the correct answer, beautiful, as beautiful, right? And number 6, the only problem with China is that it's too enough. Too big. And then number 7, I never have enough time to go everywhere. Perhaps I'll go and live there when I am old enough. Letter A. Right. That's it for our revision lesson. I believe that it's a little bit fast because I speak to my first and I don't explain to you much. And if you have any question, just drop comment or into below the video or into our group. And last of this video, I want you to look at this homework. This is the homework and the cover, and we will check in the next video together. Right. So thank you for your paying attention and thank you for your watching this video. And I hope you at least you get some revision and review of everything you have been learning so far in Unit 4. Thank you. Goodbye. Good luck.